Hey everybody, it is Monday, January, is it the 16th? 16th?
Yep.
You guys can go ahead and mute yourself out. And then we're going to hear from some brand new people that attended New Year's kickoff, their first event for the first time, which I'm so excited. This was, to me, the best one ever, ever, ever. And you guys, Paul said this years ago. And, you know, I really recognized, especially from this New Year's kickoff, how true this is. There are so many companies out there, right? And our company, there are Fortune 500 companies that don't even come close to having the infrastructure that we have available to us. And we've rolled out some new stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And this is going to be, without question, and I'm so confident in this, our best year ever. So hold on just a sec. Here we go. Can everybody see my screen? Ricky, will you unmute and let me know?
Yeah, I can see it. We can see it.
Okay, guys, this is being recorded. You might want to review this afterwards. Go ahead and mute yourself out if you're not Ricky or Angela or some of the Liz is getting on, Louise.
I know Dana's on and Caitlin is on, or is Caitlin's getting on if she's not already on, but I saw Dana pop up.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're going to get right into it. You guys, I really want to align with this. Isagenix is coming into, first of all, we're hashtag one team. We're all in this together. It's so fun. Hi, Dana. To come together, and that's one of the most fun things about the event. But I'm going to go ahead and, you know, our big slogan that they announced at New Year's kickoff, one of the big slogans is "We are Isagenix." And I want to announce this loud and clear because I think this takes it to a whole new level. We celebrate each other's physical and financial success as we work towards our common mission. I want people to know that we're making a difference. I want people to know that we're part of something so much bigger than just us. Hey guys, if you can mute yourself out, if you're not muted. Okay, Celebration 2017. Oh my gosh, you guys, Tony Robbins is slotted for 3 hours. This is really, really important. It's $199 right now. Please go online today during this call, after this call, and enroll and sign up for Celebration 2017. It will sell out. It was there at the same place last year, and I'll tell you, it was phenomenal, and the Venetian's wonderful, and it's going to be the best. Okay, here's a picture of all of us. I mean, you have to be a part of this. You have to be a part of this. Okay, and I'm going to go through some housekeeping items before we bring on Dana and some of the others. Guys, I still hear a whole lot of background noise. If you can mute yourself out. Okay, there's some new Isagenix movies. Raise your hand if you've seen Today is the Day. It is amazing. It's so real. It's so... Watch it. Watch it. I've been kind of including it on most of my welcome posts when I'm welcoming people to RPRR, to Real People, Real Results. I just love it. It shows people that are tired and lethargic. You know what? How all of us are, or how I know I was prior to Isagenix, and then it shows them after getting these products in their body. They're updating Are You Toxic? It'll be ready by the end of February. And then we have a new slogan, which I love. You share, they share, repeat. It's basically a tweaking of you plus two, them plus two. But that sounds, you know, I love this. You share, they share, repeat. How simple can you get? So kind of, you know, all of this we're going to be drilling down on. The new products. Oh my God. This is my best friend. Ricky, you're out. This is my new best friend.
Oh my gosh. These are amazing. Amazing. These bars are like an almond joy.
They're so good.
I'm not going to lie. I had 3 of them yesterday, which is probably a little too many. And my dog had 2. which was a whole separate subject.
It's so funny. He might need the Isoflush. Anyway, and just to, Catherine doesn't like almond joys, and she tasted this and she's like, oh my God, I love this. So it's even better than an almond joy. It's so good. It's the best bar we have. The Isoline Pro strawberry shake, absolutely delicious. For some reason, it tastes very strawberry. It tastes so natural. I love the strawberry shake. And yesterday I had one and added a scoop of greens and a little banana. Try it. The improved complete essentials, you guys, they've added even more to this. And, they were talking about to get a really inferior product and have to open up, 8 bottles of this, you'd be spending about 3 times more than what's in our complete essentials. So whoever's not on these are all the micronutrients we need to fill in the nutritional gaps. And the Wathins white cheddar, goodbye movie theater popcorn, hello white cheddar. I'm brown bagging it. I'm going to bring some of those babies to the next movie I go to, and they're my go-to snack, healthy snack. They're so good.
They're better than any of the other products that are out there with the cheddar flavor because they taste like real cheese.
They're so good. Oh, there's that cute Molly. That's what we've been calling it. Cute Molly.
Cute Molly. Yeah. Racking her 20 pounds down. I love it.
Me too.
Oh, sorry, 25. Sorry, sister.
Yeah. And you know what? We've got some sexy new packaging. You'll see it on the cleanse, the Ionic Suprema. Just really, really nice. Angela Miller, are you there?
I am here. Hi.
Angela, I'm going to have Ricky introduce you. You basically put us all to shame. Ricky, will you introduce Angela?
Oh my gosh. I don't know what is wrong with me, you guys. I just get so emotional. I've been so emotional. Dana was sitting next to me and I got a text from a friend who's down 22 pounds, and meeting Angela for the first time. This woman is amazing. She is a rising star. I had never met her, really had barely talked to her. She kept popping up and sharing. And she has a heart of gold. I mean, solid gold. I got to my room. I literally 48 hours notice. She received a phone call from Lynn saying she was in Lynn's top 10 out of hundreds of, or I don't know how many thousands of people, but in her top 10 in the Millionaire, not Millionaire in Action. I can't remember the name of the title, but in the program. And Lynn called me and said, do you think is Angela coming to NYKO? I need her number. And I said, you know what? I don't think she has the intention of coming. I don't think it worked for her. And Lynn's like, well, I'm going to call her. This woman rallied, and her family rallied right along there with her, and her dear friend Beth. I don't know if Beth's on, but she made it happen with 48-hour notice. Got her airline, got a ticket to NYKO, reached out, and jumped in with both feet. So without further ado, Angela, oh my God, I love it, Liz. Without further ado, Angela, I would love you to share what you're doing, how you earned what you earned, and also the pearls of your takeaway from NYKO. And if you're happy, you jumped through hoops to make it happen.
Yes, thank you, Ricky. That was so sweet. You're bringing me to tears too, because it was a phenomenal weekend, and I have never met any of these fabulous people besides 2 other people on my team. My sponsor, Tara Schultz, and Christy Laura are the only 2 people that I had met as leaders in Isogenics prior to this weekend, and now I feel like I've just had this amazing friendship with these amazing people that honestly I felt like were so far above me. Why do I fit in? How do I fit in? I apologize. My kids are home, so you're probably going to hear them in the background. But I was really nervous to go to Lynn's dinner. I was really nervous to call with you guys, speaker, because who am I? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I run an animal rescue organization, all volunteer. This fell into my lap a while ago. Just 6 months ago, I jumped in to Isogenics. I became a sharer within about a month after saying, no way, I'll never do this. But seriously, guys, as of today, this is my business. This is where I'm going this weekend. I'm just soaring with excitement after this weekend and meeting everyone. And I guess that was my biggest takeaway. I mean, I learned so much because I know nothing about this business. I thank God for that I am where I am in the business because I don't know what I'm doing. My biggest takeaway was that we truly are one team. I sat there next to Michael Klaus and Lynn Hagendorn and as an equal, and I was so nervous going to that dinner and thought, these people are just phenomenal in this company, and I'm a nobody, and I don't, as far as in ISA, and that's not the truth, because I walked in there and they welcomed me like I was their neighbor, and so did every single person I met this weekend. Out of the 6,000 people that were there, I didn't meet anybody that wasn't just wrapping their arms around me, asking how they could help. And now the baby's gonna cry. So, so anyway, that was my biggest takeaway: is that this is one team, and we really do help each other. There's Daddy in the picture, yes. So anyway, I did learn so much. The science has been phenomenal that I didn't know about this company too. So that's kind of my story. And like I said, my business is starting today because I was simply a sharer. So I have no tidbits as to how I got to be at Lynn Hagendorn's dinner, because I don't know. I don't know other than God, because I did not know and still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm ready now to go. So children alongside me here.
Thank you, Angela. And this is, what I love is you were building a business, not realizing it, just because you felt so passionate about what these products had done for you and were doing for you. And of course, we're doing it for the people you started sharing with. So the takeaway here is you don't have to know everything. I mean, we have so much support. You reach out to anyone in our organization or anywhere for that matter and just ask. But Isogenics provides the tools to move forward with this. And Angela is in the process of can I share a little bit about you adopting her? She's adopted her youngest son, and then he's a biological child, and her older child, her daughter, is adopted from Colombia, and she and her husband are in the process of adopting another child from Colombia. She also runs a vet or an animal rescue. And you guys, the beauty of this is a game changer. Angela has been able to do this, even though she hasn't been in the business, but she's certainly been able to share these products with countless people in the nooks and crannies of her busy life. And I just applaud you. I applaud you for jumping in, for making it happen, for not knowing what you're doing and doing it anyway, because people hear the music in your voice. And when you're excited about something, people want to know what you're doing and why. So hats off. Congratulations, Angela. And I'm so grateful. And thank you for trusting us. And thank you for just showing up in our room and being my roommate. And guess what? We slept in the same bed, and I didn't even know her. So now I feel very, very fortunate to call her a dear friend. So, okay.
Thank you, Ricky and Angela. I love it. And don't you love how her little adopted, beautiful girl looks exactly like her husband and her? It's so funny. I love that. So, Liz O'Keefe, are you on, my friend? Liz, okay, you know what? We'll come back to Liz because she is, you know what? And that is exactly what Ricky just said. We all have these busy, crazy lives, and we can do this in the nooks and crannies of our lives in 3, 4, 5 years. Absolutely change the trajectory of our family's financial future, and not only make a difference and build a financial wall around our family and next generations, but for other people, show them how. So we'll get back to to my little friend Liz here. Wheezy, are you on, girlie? I know Wheezy has something going on this morning too, and the two of them may be.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Wheezy, yes. Okay, everybody fell in love. It's okay. So you guys, Wheezy, I have known since high school, and this is one of the funnest things about this is somehow we're working together now. We're business partners, and we were friends in high school, and I always thought she was the cutest thing ever. And I'm super excited to work with Wheezy. She is she's brand new, but Wheezy has been with another company, and just we've talked about this. Just felt so passionate about switching from a company that provided, skincare and looking good on the inside, but not really making a significant difference on the looking good from the outside, but not making a significant.
Terry didn't respond about what he wanted to do.
Oh, guys, somebody is not muted. If you can mute yourself out, just click on your picture and you'll say mute audio. Thank you so much. Okay, Wheezy, I want to hear your little nuggets and what you took away from this event.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So, first of all, I'm so grateful for the company. And my coming from this other company, the biggest difference I feel like is the personality, the philosophy, the all-inclusive, we're one family. That was one of my biggest takeaways. We have, they come from abundance. Let's see, what did I write down? I better work off my notes. It's far more unified and genuine, authentic. I really get the feeling of that. I sat with you, Heidi. From my other company, everybody was kind of isolated from people who were higher up. And I just felt that was really special to me. So thank you. So that's one thing. So the unified spirit, and, not everybody's, it's not just about it's not about making money. It's, helping people and, so that was cool. And, I don't know, another takeaway I had would be Susan Sly, raising our standard. I mean, that can apply to everything in our life. But if she talked about raising your standard, if you're getting 2 people a month, make it 4. If you're, whatever you're doing, just raise it. And we set the tone for the rest of our team, albeit your team, your family, anybody, anything you do, it should be, excellent, right? So that was a huge takeaway for me. And I guess I wrote down another one. Oh, being a good listener. How often do you I fill in the gaps. If I'm talking to somebody, I don't let them tell me why they might need this. Do they, I need to ask some good questions, but they should be talking 80% of the time. They should be, I should be able to discern from what they're saying what they need. Is it energy? Is it weight loss? Instead of making the assumption, and maybe some people might even make assumptions that they are looking for weight loss, but what they really need is energy. So, I guess I really heard you need to be a good listener. That was from Chris Harder, I think. And what else? Oh, and getting to the emotional root of why tap into the emotions. I loved everything. I got something from everybody. I wrote down a ton of stuff, but those are just a few things I wrote down. I hope that's okay.
Wheezy, thank you so much. And what I loved what you said is it is about the money and it's not about the money. What happens in this company is that the money comes as a byproduct of us being passionate for helping other people. Mm-hmm. It's just a byproduct of that. And you can feel it all the way from the top. You can feel that from Jim and Kathy Coover. And the roots of this company is they certainly didn't need to find another way to make some money when they started this company. They had enough money to live 10 lifetimes in total luxury. They came out of retirement because they were passionately excited and compelled to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And that integrity and that culture and that passion pours down into the entire company. And I really agree with you. And Weezy, the one other thing I'll say is I will never, ever be sitting in the front row without my team. And one thing Susan Sly said that I loved it. She's like, raise your standards. Why aren't you sitting up here? You guys, we may be able to move up together as a team, but I want to be sitting with one of you or two of you or 10 of you. And people can't save seats, so it's hard for us all to sit together. But that's where I want to be. I want to be right in the trenches with my troops going. And I know that's how we all feel. Okay, so Dana Endicott, where are you, beautiful lady? Okay, I'm going to unmute you. Okay, Dana and her beautiful daughter, Caitlin, came too from the START group. And Ricky, why don't you introduce Dana really quick?
Okay, awesome. So, and I know Liz is on here too, Heidi. I don't know if you saw that, but Liz is waving her hands, floating around.
Hi, Liz, in your yellow jacket.
So Dana, you guys, this is just such a testament to, between, gosh, I think so many people on this call, it's not who you know, it's who you're going to meet, right? Dana, you guys have maybe heard my story about my girlfriend who asked me what I was doing and why I had so much energy at 4:00 at a football practice 5 years ago. And that happened to be a friend of mine named Pam Morgan, who is Dana's best friend. And Dana saw Pam, saw that she had lost a significant amount of weight and wanted to know more. Dana has been, committed to using the products, sharing the products. And ironically, Dana lives right around the corner from two of our other top leaders, Susie Caccino and Stephen Lavoti in New York. And Dana and her beautiful daughter, Caitlin, came to NYKO, committed, showed up. And it's just been such a pleasure to see Dana's experience with the products and also moving forward and sharing the business. And I know Caitlin is actually calling in. So I know Caitlin's on the call as well. So Dana, love for you to share.
All right, good. Can you hear me? I'm having major internet issues in my apartment today. I cannot tell you how incredible New Year's kickoff was. It just really was. It meant so much to me that my daughter came because she's also been a product user, and I kept trying to relay the vision, and I knew that if I had her there in person, she would see it in her own way. And I'm just so happy that that is exactly what happened. She's definitely got the bug, and I'll tell you how I have evidence of that in a second. My journey's been a little challenging because I fight internally in my own head because I have, a full-time job as many of you guys do too. And it's so easy to let that get in our way. And so we have these little choices every day. And Susan Sly with the 5-minute choices are really what's going to be my game changer to make my JOB an option. And that's my goal. By January 2009, I want to be able to walk away from this nonsense.
Wait, 19, right?
Yeah.
2019. Okay, you said 2009. I know you're anti-aging, Dana, but.
Hey, man, I love that. Isogenesis. It's awesome. And what kind of got me there is during the course of the event, it was said, I'm not sure exactly who it was that said it, but they said, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. It's like, I can't contain this anymore. And that mental struggle of, well, I really need to do a work email. No, I don't. That crap's always going to be there. Do an isogenics email, do a Facebook post. I have to make those little 5-minute choices because it's taken me a while to start building my business, and I'm getting some momentum going. And then as soon as I get distracted, you hit the plateau again. And it's like, I didn't come this far to come this far. So it's all just about those 5-minute pieces are what's going to help me really break it through. And I was very inspired this weekend because I too had the privilege of meeting Angela. We all roomed in the hotel room together, the 4 of us. It was a total girls' day. It was so much fun, dessert buffet and all. I was very inspired because she just got on the products and just couldn't stop talking. And all of a sudden she's at Lynn Hagedorn's dinners. And I'm like, wow, that is so cool. And I was just so excited for her. And I could see some of the intimidation in her eyes of, holy crap, I'm going to Linda Hagedorn's dinner. But it was just like, girl, you don't know the potential that I see in you. It's just, you're like a little firecracker and they just lit the little wick. You're going to explode. And my daughter had that same thing happening to her too, because by the end of the event, and I'm not kidding you, she was on a call with 2 people. She was texting during the event, doing a 3-way with Ricky, who at the end of this, Ricky probably needed to just exhale. And she sits outside and does a 3-way call with my daughter to help her get 2 of her friends involved with Isogenics. So it was more evidence of the leadership that we have that is so dedicated and committed to us. And with Ricky and Heidi, there are no 2 people to learn this from that are better. They are just so incredible and so dedicated to helping us. I mean, they are the best coaches in the business. And I feel so lucky and blessed that you guys have come into our lives. And this journey with my daughter is just, it's going to be amazing for us, for our lifetime. So thank you so much for coming into our lives.
Now you're going to make me cry. And I'm not
I'm crying.
Thank you, Dana. Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're awesome.
Okay. You are awesome, and Caitlin's awesome. That is phenomenal. And now we're going to turn it over. I know Liz in her yellow jacket. I can't even, you guys, again, first of all, what Ricky said, you know, it's maybe not who you know, it's who they know. And second of all, it's the person that may say, don't even talk to me about the business. And Liz, you guys, is she someone I've known and loved forever. I mean, we went to the same high school. She's a dynamo. And she shared with me that she's always struggled with her weight. And she's almost kind of like Oprah, you know, like, I mean, it's like the only thing she's not the best at, you know, according to her. She's beautiful no matter what. But, you know, she came in June just for weight loss. She never liked any of my posts on Facebook. She never commented. She never even responded when I reached out to her, which I did several times. Hey, I'd love for you to take a look at this. But one day when she was ready, she called me and said, okay, what do I do? And, you know, the rest is history. I mean, Liz is, watch for her in headlights, watch for her on stage. She enrolled 8 people in 9 days. Right after the holidays. I mean, she hit the ground running. So I present to you Liz O'Keefe. Share your nuggets, girly. Liz? I know she's there. Liz? Liz?
You might need to unmute. She might need to unmute.
She's unmuted.
Oh, there she is. I see you, Liz.
Oh, you know what? She's frozen. She's totally frozen.
Oh,
Liz,
I see her.
Okay, Liz, you know what? And it's not a good look, Liz.
We'll break you out of your we'll break you out of your ice. You know what, Heidi? Caitlin, I think, is on the phone. So maybe until Liz gets out of her ice cube, we can see if Caitlin can share. Caitlin, can you hear us, or can you, are you still on the phone with us? I wanted to give her, she's in the START group.
She's a START grouper. And Jordan, thank you. Jordan Bringleson, who just is like such a leader on our team and embraces all the starters.
Yeah. So she says the starters away.
Caitlin, let's see, I can't seem to.
What about Molly? If Caitlin, I know Molly was here earlier a little while ago.
Molly, are you there? Would you like to share?
There you go.
Liz?
I see Molly. There she
Molly?
is.
Okay, great.
Hi, I was so incredibly moved by all the incredible people. Jordan, you just changed one thing for me that opened up so much what you said. And I met some incredible people, and you know, somebody posted in the chat, it was really emotional. Yeah. And that was a really big takeaway for me. That, and I have to stand up to do this. Hold on a second. The power pose. I love that. Oh my God. That, I love that. And all I know is that I got home, I was on the phone with people or texting or messaging. I actually did a bonehead move and I messaged somebody to ask their opinion on something I was going to post, and I did it in a more public venue than I was supposed to. But we learn from our mistakes, and I heard that this weekend as well. It's like, I'm not trained in network marketing. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I am a ballroom dance instructor, so I'm not afraid to be out in front of people, but I have a lot to learn about technology. But while I'm learning, I'm just texting people, I'm calling people. I was on the phone with my mom last night, and she's like, I want in. I've never heard you so happy. So I'm going to get together with her and my sister, who does most of her life doing double shifts and is missing her daughter's childhood. And, I've started, and I've got a lot of energy. I've got a lot of heart. I need a little more education. So I'm going to be relying on all of you. I really am. So thank you all for being there.
Awesome.
Molly, thank you. I mean, you just made such a great impact. Liz, are you by any chance there?
Yes, and can you hear me now?
Yes.
I finally figured it out.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm really sorry to have not been available earlier after your phenomenal introduction, Heidi. Thank you so much. This was an incredible weekend for me, and I just want to say that you guys as a team are a phenomenal resource, and I'm so happy to be able to reach out about whatever question that I've got. Ricky, I see your cute face right there. You've been a phenomenal resource to me. Heidi, you've been invaluable. I don't know what I'm doing out here. I just love the products, and so I'm out talking about it. But, we learn as we go. So, Molly, don't freak out. We're all here to help you. I don't have a contact information for you except for I friended you on Facebook, but you have to friend me back because I know you're not called Molly on Facebook, and I don't have a record of who I friended in that cute ballroom, but I was like, where did the Molly girl go? So friend me back. So I want to say the most important thing that happened to me this weekend is like conviction, like way down in my soul. I am so grateful that this is the vehicle that I chose to reach out and say, Heidi, please help me send me the box in June. I've said this before. I could have picked paleo. I could have said, I want to do heart healthy. I could have said, I want to go to the gym and I want to work my butt off for, 4 hours a day. I could have done all those things again. And I have done this. But people, I have struggled with my weight for over 40 years. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I finally have a healthy relationship with food. And that makes me just want to cry. I'm going to pull a Ricky. This is amazing to me, with so many tears that I've shed over my weight. And so the most important takeaway that I got is just profound, that we have this clinical research to back us up. It's not just me out there in the world telling a story. Hey guys, I've got this thing that's working for me. Why don't you try this thing? And then maybe it's going to work for you too. It's not that. Joe Lauber was kind enough to send me a nugget of information that he grabbed from a conversation that he had with Dr. Paul Arciero, right? After his talk, that basically says, this is real and it's groundbreaking. And as a clinical doctor, I'm here to tell you that every doctor in the world should be recommending Isagenix nutritional technology to their patients as the front line of health. And that quote is phenomenal. So what did I do? I went home and I put it together on a piece of paper, a picture of my before and after fat and skinnier picture, and Paul's quote on the top and bottom of it as a lead-in to take that full clinical study to my doctor, to drop it off at her house or her office and say, listen, I know you have your own system at work, but maybe you should take a look at this. This research is groundbreaking stuff. And it is. So anyway, aside from the phenomenal motivational speakers that we were lucky enough to listen to, they're incredible stories of people just like you and me who decided to make a change in their life. I am ready to do that. I'm ready to hit the ground running and talk to as many people as I can about it. And I appreciate your support and the phenomenal support that we have from Isagenix. I love it that they're giving us tools that we can go out there in the field and use. And the more they can pare down the most important things for us to use, and the more we can give our people the tools that are easy to understand and comprehend and put that stuff in front of them in an authentic way, that's what sells our products, right? We shouldn't have to reinvent the wheel. So the more tools that they have, the more cheat sheets they have, the more pared down PowerPoint presentations of, the clinical research Fast Facts is a phenomenal tool right now. Everybody needs to laminate that, put it in their book whenever they meet with a customer. Those are the things that you want to talk about. You want to say, in these 3 months, these people went down this percentage. They went down this percentage. After 2 years, after 1 year, this is what they did. That is critical stuff that people want to know. But the bottom line is, if they just get it in their bodies like we have, and you have to do that. That's not a question. It's not negotiable that you don't use the products. You have to do that. Then you'll be the person who, quote unquote, swallowed a rainbow. And then we'll be talking about it like, oh my gosh, because you really feel fantastic and you want the rest of the world to do that. So I loved among the, forget the phenomenal training and speakers and the leadership that we had there, which is unparalleled. I mean, I produce business meetings for a living. That was a really powerful display. From Jim and Kathy and Eric and all their speakers. Phenomenal stuff. We can do what they've done. Nobody says that we can't. So now we have tools, and that is an even greater resource. So heart and passion and tools shouldn't really, that's it. That's all we need. So let's just go out there and kick some butt.
Thank you. Awesome.
Actually, just like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, Liz, have you been with this company for like 14 years? I mean, come on, girl. Okay, that was awesome. You guys, it is 10:09, and I know people want to get to work, and I have a slideshow and a review and a recap of all of the most salient nuggets from Isagenix. And I'm going to go through it, but I do want to let you know this is being recorded, and you can come back and review it if you've got to go. But I'm going to go ahead and for about the next 20 minutes, go through this really quick because there were some really incredible things shared. So we went through the new products. We went through the most important thing, I think, which is the people. And wouldn't you all agree, especially those new people who shared, it's not even what happens inside the rooms, it's what happens outside the rooms. The trainings were unbelievable, so many nuggets, but what happens outside the rooms and really talking to each other and making that, really fostering and cultivating that community. So these are our new awesome taglines. And Jim Coover said, like all the big, awesome companies, excuse me, have these incredible taglines like Nike, just do it. And you remember that. So my favorite is eat it, love it, share it. And, Liz, you're so right. The more we can pare it down to this most simplest form, this is what we do. We eat it, we love it, we share it. And then we share, they share, and then we repeat. It's so simple. I love this. Isagenix is not necessarily a diet, although people lose weight if they need to become more healthy, but Isagenix is a foundation for wellness. Isagenix is a foundation for wellness. And you heard this threaded through every single person who just shared: one company, one team, one family. I absolutely love that one. One company, one team, one family. So, take a picture of this, Dana, and share it. And this is really if you pare it down, Isagenix in its simplest form. The new clinical studies that Liz mentioned, I mean, blow your hair back crazy. We clobbered the Heart Healthy Diet. Go to your back office, go to isagenixhealth.net, and as Liz said, print out the fast facts, because that's in layman's terms. of these studies. We have not only now the weight loss study, but the study on performance, and it was crazy stuff. And I've got to print it out and review it, but things like increasing your, what is it, Paul? Increasing your, the performance study, the explosive strength, by 9 times. I mean, crazy stuff. And being, eating half the calories, but being 19% more full. Like the men were eating 3,000 calories on before, and then 1,500 calories with Isagenix. But they were more full and satisfied on Isagenix. I mean, crazy, crazy stuff. And this is long-term medical studies. And, I met Dr. Paul, my husband Paul and I met Dr. Paul 2 years ago in Laguna Niguel at the Ritz-Carlton pool at Top Achievers. And he was just embarking on this study. And he shared with us that he was super excited because he is an athlete. He's a scientist. He started this so excited, guys, because of the results he got, which I think is so cool. Then 2 days prior to NYKO, he got a text message in the middle of the night saying that this clinical study, this year, I mean, this isn't just like a little teeny study. This is such a comprehensive long-term medical study, double-blind placebo tested, third party. He got a study that his clinical study outperformed the Harvard, the nutrition study that they did at Harvard. Then it's number 1. I mean, we can go out with so much confidence and posture that it would make your head spin. Somebody raised their hand. Oh, there.
Ricky did, or Heidi.
Yes, go ahead.
I just raised my hand. I just want to just reiterate that companies like ours don't typically do clinical trials. Mm-hmm. They don't put the money into it. They just don't. Coming from the pharmaceutical industry, that was one of the things when I saw Isagenix that besides the third-party testing and the millions of dollars that we spend on third-party testing, the fact that we were doing clinical trials then, and we don't just do one, we continue. But I'm just going to encourage everyone. Today, I literally have my doctor's appointment. Just coincidentally, I don't know, maybe not. But I am planning on printing these out, taking them to my doctor, and asking him, he's my OB. I've been going to him for 30 years, you guys. I will say to him, this is information. Here are my business cards. You might not want anything to do with this, and that's okay. But I would have loved to have had Isagenix postpartum. Mm. I would have loved to have Isagenix. I would have loved to have known about Isagenix. Will you do me a favor and give my card to people? Say, hey, if you're wanting to lose weight, hey, you're feeling that, send them my card. So don't be afraid of doctors. They might not want anything to do with the business right now, but I'm telling you, people think, oh gosh, is it a conflict of interest? And, if I was a doctor and I knew about this and I didn't tell my patients, I think that's malpractice. So you can look at it a whole host of different ways, but don't be afraid to share this with your doctors. And, doctors are looking for solutions for their patients, but unfortunately they have about a 5 or a 10-minute window to talk to their patients. And again, coming from pharma, most of them want to put the pen to the pad and write a prescription and get the person out the door. Not because they don't care, but because they don't have the time. So anyway, I just want to acknowledge that while we're on this screen. And for that matter, anyone, it doesn't have to be your doctor, it could be your hairdresser, it could be anyone that that, would be willing to send people your way. And, they may not want anything to do with the business now, but if they're not on the products, obviously you want to hopefully get them started. But don't be afraid of doctors. So that's what I'll share with you. And print this out, laminate it like Liz said, keep it with you in your binder. And most people, I'm just going to tell you, the average person really doesn't care about the clinical trial. The average person just wants to know what it's going to do for them, how much it's going to cost, what is it going to do for them. Okay, so don't get caught up on the clinical trials either, but just know that we have them. And one last note, I heard Jim Coover, I heard someone say
one of the reasons why the company has invested so much, I'm telling you, multi-millions of dollars in these studies, is to save our ass. Okay? Like, people are all over the place getting off of medication. All of these things that people are making, you know, we're not allowed to make medical claims. We're not allowed to make medical claims. It's just nutrition. However, with these clinical trials, God forbid, should someone claim something, at least we have this as a backup. So just know how brilliant this company is to do that. Yes, it's for us. Yes, it's to give hard facts in black and white, but it's also because this company is brilliant in protecting itself. Because this company, with the leadership, is going to be bigger than Johnson & Johnson. This company is committed to growing. Johnson & Johnson is a $70 billion company. So anyway, that's my little tidbit on the clinical trial. Sorry to sidebar, but I just wanted to reiterate that.
No, Ricky, thank you so much. And, you know, I remember the first time I pulled a Ricky, I remember a couple of years ago, and this was prior to these particular clinical studies coming out. I remember I was in an Isogenics University in Atlanta, and Jim Cooper said for the very first time, he said, you guys, we are going to be the largest health and wellness company in the world. And I'm not talking larger than, you know, Juice Plus or Shakeology or whatever. I'm talking about larger than Johnson & Johnson. And as Ricky just said, $70 billion, 70, guys. That's what Johnson & Johnson does. Everyone's going to eat like this. Everyone has to eat like this. The clinical studies showed that we cannot get the minerals. Minerals turn our food into energy. You know, I could go on and on about our products work. We can go out there 10 feet tall and bulletproof with this in our back pocket and talk to the top scientists, the top cardiologists, the top personal trainers, anybody. And have so much posture and confidence. So you know what, guys? We can do that, but we must do it. Just do it. We must do it. I hope that you all feel as compelled as I feel to go out and do it. Okay, 3 for free shipping. This is huge. As Donald Trump would say, huge. January 8th, it's already started through June 11th. And this is what it is, guys. For anyone who has come in, any new associate who comes in and enrolls with a wholesale account with 125 business volume or more on AutoShip, their first order, they do pay for shipping. Their second order, as long as that second order is 125 business volume or more and ships within 35 days of the first order, gets free shipping. So just get them on AutoShip, and their second order, third order, and fourth order ship for free. Hope that makes sense. I will post in both of the idea exchange groups. I will post a really cool visual that somebody on Jen Rothbart's team made that really explains this. Paul, can you move? I can't hear. Paul's, sorry. Okay, UK pre-launch. It's begun, you guys. Who do you know in the UK? Or who do you know that knows somebody in the UK? We can post about Isogenics coming to the UK, but you guys, we can't, we can actually put people in our tree, but they can't be paid on commission. They can't order products. The first thing you need to do is go into your back office and purchase your international sponsorship for $50. Guys, many of you already have, if you don't have your international sponsorship, and if you have people in your tree that are from other countries, if you don't now, you will. You will not get paid on their BV unless you have this international sponsorship. So go in and get your international sponsorship. I've started joining some Facebook groups, and it's Wales, Northern Ireland, England, anything else, guys? I can't, is it Scotland? Anyway, let's start paving the way for this, and Isogenics will actually be opening in the UK probably in April or May. But like I said, you can start placing people in the tree. And what I would say is if you find someone that has an interest in this business, then basically what you would say, and I got this from Tina Williams, I love this, write this down. I suggest that you anchor a position in my organization. I suggest that you anchor a position in my organization. Okay. Next, this is from Lynn. I'm going to be talking to Lynn today. They got snowed in. They couldn't get back to Nebraska because of all the snow. So I am going to talk to Lynn Hagedorn today, but she is going to be conducting something called 10 to the top. Now, this isn't for everybody. This is for those of you who really are ready to run. And I mean run and sprint and get into did you notice they changed 90-day game plan to 90-day action plan? Okay, there's a big difference between that. Who's ready to really get into action, not just get ready to get ready? This is for you. And basically, it's going to start, I believe, this week. I will, get all the details out to you. Go to the Success Facebook page to keep, to keep yourself up to speed. And basically, this is a group of those of us who really want to go the next 90 days. There's going to be a Facebook group that will opt in. You will need to be accountable to do certain things or you're going to get kicked out of the group. And that sounds sort of harsh, but we all know that we're as strong as our weakest link. And so we want to go in there with no excuses. And anybody that does have excuses, you know what? You need to go someplace else for now. Come back when you're ready to run. Come back with no excuses. Go build your belief, but for now, this is a group of people that are ready to go. We're going to have Zoom calls twice per week. We're going to have tips on how to get executive, hashtag 10 to the top, and we're going to really be following the 90-day action plan. Okay, so the 90-day action plan, it actually starts January 23rd. Go to your back office, opt in to the 90-day action plan in your back office. That will keep you updated. Isagenix will update you on all the, the weeks that are enrolling weeks. The third week of the month is, this all sounds very confusing until you do it. Okay, so just trust me, opt in, and we will do this together, and we'll keep. We'll link arms as a team together and row together as our awesome Icy Dream Team logo shows. So if you were not at New Year's kickoff and you did not get a hard copy of the 90-day game plan, go ahead and download it. You can download it online and fill that out. It's so important. January 19th, guys, I'll be uploading all this information onto the isodreamteam.com calendar, with all the information. But January 19th, we're going to have a 90-day action plan kickoff call. Okay, so that's really going to, plan on January 23rd. We're pushing all excuses aside, everything aside. Talk to your family and say, guys, for the next 90 days, I'm going to sprint. That's what I'm going to do. Are you going to do it? If not now, when? I'm going to sprint. And, I know that the first 90 days in my business where I decided to sprint created and laid the foundation for a 6-figure residual income for the rest of my life. As Eric would say, everybody say, ooh. But seriously, that is so true. This is how I feel about it now. This 90-day game plan is going to create a residual 6-figure income for those people in this organization that want to do the same. It's such, at some point, you gotta put everything you have into it to create momentum on your team. At some point, it may be this 90-day game plan, it may be next time, but at some point, you have to run and sprint to get the rocket launched. And I say this all the time, it takes as much fuel to launch a rocket as it takes that rocket to get to the moon. So at some point, is it gonna be January 23rd for you? It is for me. Let's go. Okay, the Crystal Reset. This to me was the most important thing that was launched. Why? Because these are our tracks to run on, guys. These are benchmarks that we can hit and goals that we can see and visualize. And by the way, guys, I see a lot of chat. I'm going to keep really focused, and then I'm going to stop the recording after we go through this, and I'm going to open it up for questions, because I want everybody to be so prepared when we hit January 23rd that they're ready to go. Okay, these are also going to be on the IsoDream Team calendar, but you guys, on your personal calendar, write in red. Crystal Manager, March 14th, 2017. I'm going to do you plus 2, them plus 2. I'm going to enroll 2 people that enroll 2 people. May 13th, write in red. I'm going to become a Crystal Director. I'm going to enroll 6 people that enroll 2 people, and I'm going to earn $750. Write this in red on your calendar. Crystal Executive, July 12th. I'm going to earn $1,000, because I am going to enroll 5 people on my right leg and 5 people on my left leg, who each enroll 2 people. Okay, and this is important. You can go to ISA FYI. I like to Google. Just Google it. Isagenix Crystal Reset. You'll find all of the frequently asked questions, and you'll find all the details. But basically, directors and below are able to reactivate consultants. So guys, if you've never reached executive, and you're going to go get that Crystal Executive bonus of $1,000, you can actually reactivate consultants that have been consultants and lost consultant status. Executives and Crystal Executives must promote new consultants. Okay, so it's already started. It started January 9th and it goes through July 14th. There's $2,000 that's sitting there for you. Don't leave it on the table. Guys, Angela didn't know what she was doing, and I always say this about Ricky and I. We had no idea what we were doing. Ricky called me and she's like, okay, I'm doing my cleanse day. Just had an apple and some almonds, had my snacks, check. And I'm like, those snacks aren't the kind of snacks you're supposed to be having. You don't have to know everything to be successful. Money drives behavior. If you're doing the right behavior, you earn the money. Okay? If you're doing the right behavior, you will earn the money as a byproduct of your behavior, of sharing isogenics. You share, they share, repeat. You share, they share, repeat. Okay, so, as I said, flyers can be found by Googling it. Really get this. Print out the executive map, you guys. Print out the executive map. Or print out all the maps, the map to Crystal Manager, the map to Crystal Director, and the map to Crystal Executive. Print those out. I already have mine printed out, and I have in pencil, I have my executive map printed out, and I have who are my next consultants. I have them in my head, and I have them, but put them on paper, because in your head, studies have shown you need to write this stuff down. If the highest rank you've ever achieved is associate or consultant, you're eligible for every single bonus. Okay? If the highest rank you've ever achieved is manager, you can't get that $250 Crystal Manager bonus again, but go for Crystal Director and go for the Crystal Executive bonus. Okay? If the highest rank you've reached is executive or Crystal Executive, we can do all those bonuses again. And I'm going to do it right there with you. Okay, so, Crystal Manager by March 14th. This is just redundant on what we just said. And by the way, just so you know, these, promoting 2 consultants, they don't have to be one on the right and one on the left to earn the Crystal Manager bonus. They can both be on one side. You can promote 2 consultants on one leg, and that counts towards Crystal Manager. Same with Crystal Director. You can actually promote 6 consultants on one leg, and that equates to Crystal Director. But where's my executive one? There we go. For executive, you need to have, because we need to contribute to both legs. For Crystal Executive, you need to promote at least 5 consultants on your right leg and 5 consultants on your left leg. Okay, for anything that doesn't make sense, go ahead and, we will address these questions at the end of this call after we stop the recording. But this is my favorite quote now. I love this and I believe it fully. What you focus on, you find. What you focus on grows. What you focus on seems real, and what you focus on, you absolutely become. And you know what? I'm going to suggest this. What you focus on and visualize, it's even going to be better. If you focus on negative, though, you've got to work on your mindset. That's what's going to take you down, your mind. At the end of the day, this is a mental game. And, Liz O'Keefe sent me a text yesterday, and she said, not bulletproof. I got my first return. You guys, don't let that get you down. That's just, I sent her back a message. I said, it's a rite of passage. It's a rite of passage. Everybody gets returns. I get returns. Lynn Hagedorn gets returns. Kathy Cooper got returns when she was in the business. It's part of it. Keep going. And when I look at this quote, God, I'm going to do a Ricky again, but I was so happy to get back home. I cannot believe I lived in my dream place. Aspen, Colorado. I can work from anywhere on the top of a mountain. Are you flipping kidding me? As Angela said, who am I? If I can do this, anyone can do this. But I focused on it. I got into action. I'm so glad they changed the name from 90-day game plan. I didn't sit there and make game plan after game plan after game plan. I got into freaking action. I, like Liz, sponsored 8 people in 9 days. I remember one day I sponsored 3 people in one day. That felt good. Some people sent back products. Some people said they got sick on the products. Some people, but a few people created a situation where they fell in love with the products. And we know, like I said, we are 10 feet tall and bulletproof with these medical studies behind us. And they felt the difference, and they felt the magic, and they shared with a few people who shared with a few people who shared with a few people. And now this organization that I get to work with and run side by side with, over 10,000 people, pinch me. It will happen to you. Get into activity. Okay, so are you plugged in? Are you, and you know what? The IceADreamTeam.com is our hub. I'm going to go to work to simplify and simplify and simplify it. Do you know where to find every event, every phone call? Do you know how to plug into our team? Because as Laura Ramsey says, Isagenix provides us the best tools in the industry, but the best tools and resources we have are each other. Plug into this team. Are you familiar and are you staying tethered to our tracking sheets? We're working with 3 categories of people. I cannot say this enough. We're working with prospects. We have a prospecting tracking sheet to show you exactly step by step what to do with those prospects in order to get a yes or a no. Yes, some or all of our solutions or one of our solutions is right for that person, or no, it's not. Once a prospect converts to an associate and opens an account, they're now a product user, and we move on to product coaching, and we work with our product users to maximize their product experience. On our tracking sheet, our Fresh Start product coaching tracking sheet, it shows us exactly step by step how to support and coach our product users. And last but not least, there's our business coaching tracking sheet, our success that's aligned. Each of these are aligned with our Facebook groups. Our prospecting tracking sheets aligned with our Real People, Real Results virtual store Facebook group. Our product coaching tracking sheet is aligned with our Fresh Start VIP product coaching Facebook group. Our business coaching tracking sheet is aligned with our success Facebook group. This is so streamlined and easy. As we move forward again, we're going to make things more and more streamlined. Are you plugged in on Facebook? Do you know about the ISA Dream team, our team hub? Are you involved with Real People, Real Results, Fresh Start and Success? And are you getting your new people plugged into the appropriate Facebook pages? Are you doing that? Are you following up? And last but not least, who is not in one of our private message groups? That is where the majority of our team collaboration takes place. And I loved what Liz said. She said, you know, she's always going in there and asking questions. And it's wonderful because you guys, yesterday, I wasn't available. I drove 8.5 hours from Albuquerque to Aspen without a cell signal. Okay, but I saw, you know, and others went into that idea exchange group and asked questions and got answers right away. You know, #1team. So if you're not in one of these private message groups, I suggest you reach out to whoever. It can be me, and I'll add you right away. Team trainings and support. And here's where we're really, I'm so glad you're all on the call, because guess what? Whoever's on the call gets to make this decision. I know Mondays are hard for certain people. And as Ricky said, and I agree with her, our Grow Pro leadership, I named it, you know, a couple weeks ago we were on, and I said, you know, we divide and conquer. And then on our leadership call, we come together just like we do as a family for family dinner. This is our family dinner. We come together and we congregate and collaborate. So Mondays are hard for some people, and a lot of people like to start their action plan on Monday instead of this. I want you in the chat group to let me know if you would prefer doing this call on Sunday evening. Okay, everybody just go to the chat group or the idea exchange and cast their vote. Okay, so quickly, this is, and you can find this on the ISA Dream Team calendar, but Monday, just to review, on January 23rd, the 90-day, not game plan, action plan begins. We're going to get into action. Friday, we have a Freedom Friday call. Danielle Russo-Slew heads that up. She drills down on different aspects of the compensation plan, the most generous compensation plan I've ever seen. 10 to the top, Lynn is doing this, and those are for those of you who really, really want to run, who really, really are ready. And there's going to be 2 Zoom calls per week that will probably be announced today. And then the last but not least, I have a call on Wednesday with Sean Scott, who's the Northwest Regional Sales Manager, and who's excited to do an executive leadership pools training. Is anyone excited for that? Because, you know, let me tell you something, guys. You need to get to executive. My first year, when I got to executive, I met with some of the team at corporate, and they told me that 1/3 of my income my first year was because I was an executive. Get to an executive. Don't leave money on the table. And that behavior will repeat and duplicate throughout your team. It is a decision. Ricky Tischler got to executive when she was at the Muni Opera in St. Louis. She was putting in her last order during, you know, when they were singing at the Muni Opera. I mean, you can do it. Do it. Okay. And, you know, subscribe, get plugged in, subscribe to our team newsletter. You can find all of that on the success tracking sheet. Okay. So, oh my gosh, everyone stayed on. Wow. Okay. I am going to stop the recording. I'm going to open it up for questions, and hold on here, stop share. You can unmute yourself.